Thailand to discuss the Western food in China. I have invited Mr. Zhou Tao, who is founder of BLT Restaurant, for a discussion on foreign food development in China. Mr. Zhou, thank you very much for joining us today. Now, you're a senior business operator of an American restaurant in China. Tell us about your experience and your background in this industry.
All right. Actually, after I graduated from school, I start my career in Jingguang New World Hotel before. That was back to 1989. I working for hotel almost like 16 years, and after that I moved to a Caesar chain restaurant, also which is American chain restaurant. For 5 years. I was the operation director in China, and after that I moved to TGI Friday, also an American brand, for another 3 years, also as operation director. 2.5 years before I start my business, so I opened this BLT American restaurant in Beijing. Currently I have 2 restaurants now. Yeah.
So you have always been at the forefront of China's interaction, Chinese cuisine and Western food and Chinese stomach. How do you view the evolution of Western food in China and Chinese people's acceptance or interaction with Western food? In the beginning, as I said, McDonald's represented Western food, right? How did it start to change?
Yeah, definitely, yes. Actually, McDonald's and KFC fried chicken, they are
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. They came to China. That was 27 years ago, and then at that moment, China is not really open yet to the world. So people, they don't know what is Western food looks like. So. At the beginning, everybody knows, wow, that's Western food, so you can find easily. There's a line up, people waiting for hours, to have their meal in the restaurant.
It was a big deal to go to McDonald's or KFC.
At that moment, expensive, as well. Since time move on, and then people traveling, learning, training outside of country, so they knowing the world. They see different Western. Also, many Western company, they open their restaurant, another company in China. So therefore, so there's many, like Italian restaurant, American restaurant, German restaurant. So many kind of restaurant, they are currently in China now.
Yeah.
So that's people, they are moving.
So it's huge difference, right? In 20, 30 years, we have experienced a huge leap.
Yeah, pretty fast as well.
Very fast.
Very
how
fast.
Many do you have any idea how many restaurants or any figures in your mind?
Yeah, I read on some kind of resource called over 30,000. Yeah. Restaurants in foreign restaurant in China now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's big numbers.
Yeah. What about the quality? I mean, you have this BTL restaurant. From your understanding, what you're serving here and what they're serving in BLT in the United States are the same? Are they the same thing? What about the atmosphere?
There's a beginning, everything's the same. We try to copy 100%, from States to Chinese. But after many years, we do operation, and then we find out, you have to, develop a little bit, fit for the local people flavor, so we do have something changed,
Like what?
Yeah, like flavors, and also the presentation.
What do the Chinese like? What do the Chinese don't like?
Chinese people love some, taste, similar to what they eat. And then from child, what they eat
from childhood.
Yeah, childhood. And then also Chinese people, when they look at Western food, usually from the food appearance first, what it looks like.
Yeah.
Are they attractive to them?
Yeah.
So therefore we have to moving and then develop the appearance. Are they attractive, to the Chinese people?
How do you make it look attractive, for instance?
Well, it's this, internet, and also talk with my chefs in the States or in Australia, Usually we share a lot of information, what the new trends in there, and then, also in Beijing, we do a restaurant visit as well, to visit my friend. So we share our information, our ideas. So therefore we working on it as well.
What do the Chinese like in terms of taste, in terms of flavor, and what do they not like?
Yeah, actually, I think American food and North China food is quite similar. One thing is big portion, and also strong taste.
Strong taste.
Yeah, strong taste, because Chinese people love strong taste food, like Sichuan food, it's spicy, very strong.
Yeah.
In Western food as well, so you have to find something similar, strong taste, so to like the local people like it.
Yeah. In terms of presentation, do the Chinese people like it more colorful or more? How do?
Oh
you...
yeah. Actually, some, if you talk about casual Western restaurant in States, you easily to find out it's really a big portion, a big steak on your plate, maybe a mashed potato or baked potato or whatever. That's it. But tastes good. But if you're, simply copy and then to Chinese, then they will think, wow, this is too simple. Doesn't look attractive. So you have to do a sauce, sprinkle somewhere, and then try to find some garnish, nice one, to accompany with it. So
I see. Why do you think Western food is so popular now in China, despite the fact that we want Western food to look like the way we are brought up with and to taste like the food we eat?
Yeah, that. In my opinion, is lot of Chinese people, they are already going out to see the world, so they are already familiar, with the Western food. So therefore, when they're coming back to China, they want to eat the similar, not they call Western, but actually it's not Western. So that's one thing, and then second thing, also many foreigner, they're working in China as well. They want to eat something familiar, so that's happening there.
Yeah. What about those risky ideas? For instance, cheese. It's cheese, I guess, is a challenge for restaurants in Beijing, I guess. In China.
I think back to 25 or 6 years ago, Chinese people have zero knowledge about cheese. When they taste them, wow, it's like Western people taste like preserved eggs.
1,000-year-old eggs.
1,000 years, it's the same story,
Okay.
But now, time move on, I think they getting familiar through the pizza, because usually, people, they put the cheese on top of the, pizza, and then, put on the salamander, and then the cheese melted, so that's good taste. So therefore, they start to knowing cheese, and then many foreign company, they come to China, they produce their own cheese, so, and also some wine as well. So people start knowing now. So now a lot of people like it now. Compare with 20 years ago.
So never say never.
Never say never. Yeah.
Never say never. What is the next big target for you, for your restaurant, for your business?
For a restaurant to be a success, I was thinking this, 5 points is I'm going to focus in future.
5 points?
Yeah, one thing, the first point is, good taste. A restaurant, success must have a good taste food. And then second things, I think value for money. Because
value for money.
Value for money, that's, Chinese people's philosophy, they want to spend their money, they thinking this is worth and it's good. And then the third things, I think, is consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah, because that's important too. You cannot, today everything's great. Food is hot and then salad is cold. But the second day is try different, So consistency to a success restaurant is also very important. And then the fourth, I think, is the restaurant environment. The decoration you done for your restaurant must be a match, for your food, the food you provide to the customer. And then I think the fifth is, friendly service. I think that's also a very important point. I think with these 5 points, you will have, a successful restaurant.
Is it a big challenge now that everybody is ordering food using their mobile phone. How do you put the 5P in combination with the mobile world we're living in now?
Oh yeah, the internet things and websites getting so fast developed in China.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Before all the restaurant, advertisement is through TV or through a newspaper, but now everything is, going back to the cell phone, because especially young people, when they are, going to a restaurant or before they go into a restaurant, usually they Google first, Okay, they find what type of food they want. So based on that, you have to working for, with the internet company, advertisement like APP, like Chinese people, WeChat, so you have to done a lot of things there, even some restaurant they're doing, outside catering or, a takeaway food. So you have to working with like a Baidu, whatever, to express the news out.
Yeah, so that's a big challenge.
A big challenge.
And is it difficult now do you feel it's more and more difficult to run a Western restaurant in Beijing, or once you find the way, it's okay?
No, I think I don't think these are difficulty things, because a lot of people, the age is getting young and young. They already are, familiar with Western food. Like, the first generation who had their first meal in McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken, now they already become parents. Maybe they already bring their kids, to dining in a Western restaurant. So the kids already have, a Western stomach, so they're familiar with. So like my restaurant, especially weekend, there's a lot of family, with young kids. So they are very happy with Western food.
For the Spring Festival, does your business get a boom, or is business as usual?
As usual, you cannot, compare with Chinese restaurant now, but we do have a lot of booking, It change. If you talk about, if you compare with like 10 years, 5 years ago, you have zero business.
During the Spring Festival, because
Correct.
everybody is eating at home or going to a Chinese restaurant.
Correct, but now it's since change, never say never, so.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Maybe you can design a Spring Festival menu or recipe.
Yeah, we will, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming over, and I wish you a nice Spring Festival.